any way trying to bust into the vehicle of Honorable Yeke Koluba, I was done in a case of Mr. Richard Nambwe Kung, who is now serving as the regime de facto speaker. And Gregory Como could not say anything about that. He could not speak on that. He could not give an investigation that was unbiased, speedy, fair, and transparent to that matter after Honorable Koluba referred that matter to the Liberia National Police, because that matter in the public glare, the entire world then saw that a huge criminal activity was going on at the legislature, particularly with that act of burglary into the vehicle of a fellow lawmaker, a colleague, a co-equal. Even though at that time you've not been legitimately elected speaker. If you were speaker, why you went after Speaker Fonati Kofa resigned officially, why you went for election at the plenary again? You were firstly elected in the order Chimo you created, according to you, on a de facto merit. You still went back to be elected because you knew you were illegitimate. This other clown at the LMP did not speak on that. He did not make any reference to that. He did not make any effort in line with guaranteeing every citizen the right to protection under the law by making sure that an open investigation is done into that matter that had to do with the two successive burglary by Richard Namwekun, who was then representative and trying to force himself to be speaker. You can't ask, you can't question, you can't question lawmakers' authority to speaking on behalf of his people. Like I said, when this thing started, the first time I spoke on it, why in case it was a disenchanted constituent of Honorable Yeke Koluba's constituency that made those remarks, and out of frustration, Honorable Yeke Koluba decided to repeat them. And the last time I checked, Article 42 of the Liberian Constitution, it provides for protection of all lawmakers, anything they say or do, as long as they are serving in a capacity as lawmakers. They are privileged. An example, Bernie Sanders, who over and over had contested in the United States of America to be president. He is a far-right Democrat. He's considered a socialist. So it's very difficult, and he had really faced difficult time since he's been seeking the presidency. And I think he's already aged, so maybe he might not have another opportunity. But one of the prolific and strong men in the United States of America, Bernie Sanders, he openly criticized Donald Trump and the government's action on Iran. That is the democratic space. Where did Gregory Como coming from with this arrogance? Why y'all will be forgetting? You think the humility, the humility that former President George Weah brought to the presidency, that trickled down to all of those that were his followings or are his followings and were opportune to be placed in government positions. You think that humility that was exhibited all over the place. You think it was on the basis that they don't know book, or you people are the only people that know book? All the same, my man. All the same. Some of you just get a degree. You just get a degree. Intellectually, you people are not even able, even you, Gregory Coleman, you are not even able to propound for just 30 minutes for people to get sensible thing out of you. So you don't be acting that your Congo people, that your teenager won't be creating. We offer that. This country belongs to all of us once you are a Liberian. Because, mind you, it is the law that allow us to be Liberians. The law that it allow us to be Liberians. So we are under every obligation morally to protecting the laws of our country. So you are just there as per the pleasure and will of the president, Mr. Joe Boakai. There were other people serving in that position. The last time I remembered when I was in the Ivory Coast, there was one Joseph Tate. They used to call him Joe Tate. He used to be police director. I think so. And there was one Paul Morba also. And one Masakwa. Yeah, Masakwa. And I'm Clary Masakwa. No, not Clary Masakwa. Yeah, the guy who used to be with immigration. Fast forward, former police director Patrick Sulu. So I still believe, and of the strong conviction, there will be many more to come. So, Gregory Como, you have to be decorous. Your actions and doings must be decorous. You cannot be proceeding in a way that we push, want to say that we are gradually digressing to the level of a police state and a gangster paradise. We will not accept that. And if you think it is meant for intimidation, then you are fooling around the place. Because who are you intimidating? Who? You're intimidating men that stood the test of time for more than 12 years and exerted. Check the history of Liberia. All the political parties and political leaders this country have ever produced. I say, Liberia, I won't go around Africa. One guy was racing that debate about the entire Africa, and it was being buttressed by plenty of people. But I just only made it to Liberia. His Excellency Ambassador Dr. George Manen Seekusi, legend, peculiar, perspicacious, is unparalleled, and he is a model par excellence. There is no comparison. The patience that we has is immeasurable, and it is something that can be questioned. None of you come close to that. When Baka said, if he does not win the election, there will be no Liberia, we come to a George Weah and listen to George Weah. Then George Weah says, anytime I won't go to that speech, the last speech, the last speech he gave as president of the country, in line with relinquishing power through the democratic procedure, it can, bring me to emotion. So, but I will try hard to control it. After Bouaka told you Liberians that if he does not win the election or power is not turned over to him, there will be no Liberia. We came with a response. So should you be the judge? Should you be the public? Should you be the ones telling me the response of we are, or should I just tell you? So let me tell you the response of this Aradat character. He responded by saying, for the sake of the people, I am not being verbatim, I'm paraphrasing. I just call President-elect Joseph Yiman Bouaka. Let me leave it there and just take comments. And quickly, we'll go through with the program. You won't compare any of them with we are? Which one? Bring them on. Let the whole world see. Then all of us know. Then the whole world knows. Bring them on. See a Gregory Como calling on the legislature to expel their fellow lawmaker. What a caricature. God. Like I said, anytime I want to talk about the former president, we are turning graciously. I like that statement. It was Dr. Chimbos that called me from Maryland. He said, "Oh, junkies, the president had accepted and considered defeat graciously. So let us position ourselves for the future so that we can have a good comeback." I still remember that day, that fateful day. He said graciously. So when former president, we are graciously at his volition. You're the book people, what mean by volition? And they say your will, at your own will, at his volition, at his will. Take it. So Liberia can calm down. So Liberia can break down. So the whole country can chakla. So that at least Junkies Morris will be able to go do it. He and Austin Kawa, they will be able to go do the 2-hour show on Freedom FM. Let the area be peaceful, yeah. That was the response from that arrogant leader. That was the response from the unparalleled leader that is a model par excellence. You can't compare. That's why he's coming back with a tsunami victory against the Unity Party. And today, what they are doing, they are fighting their own people. They are fighting the people they created to play on the international connection of the CDC government. They use those people as stooges. They use them as conveyor belts to ride their way to power under a duplicitous scheme, meaning under a deceitful scheme, which they continue to perpetuate in their governance system, that the administration lacks vision, focus, and any mission to changing your lives. That's why you see they have nothing to do. And when somebody is not potent, if that person is incapacitated intellectually and you and them are intellectually exchanging, what they enter to are insults. Because the man is limited. A man does not understand how to cross the T's and how to dot the I's. So the brother only reduce to insults and reckless verbiages. But you that know your left from right, you will be on par. Those distractions will come. Those side attractions that are negative and that could sway you from the real issues will keep coming. But remain focused. That's why you have the intelligence and the intellectual capacity than that person. So that's how it works. So they don't have vision. Bwaka does not have anything in store to offer Liberians. Bwaka does not have even any blueprint as regards development that will overtake his $10 million mansion he's building in Lofa County. There is no blueprint that I've seen that is a realistic blueprint in line with resources that have already been mobilized, whether through budgetary allotment and appropriations or through soliciting fundings from other means and ways. But for the Bwaka regime, what Bwaka have resorted to, since there is nothing to talk, when you're on the stage, you now talk everything and nothing there to talk. So basket must say, the high you can be now, you just end up to talking nonsense. So when no agenda to perform on, Bwaka will only reduce to what you saw on yesterday, the 14th day of April, replicating 1979 Rest Riot. The students from the University of Liberia campus were only calling on the government to do the right thing in the interest of Liberians, and they were being arrested. Like I said, I will place a call on, because we need to know, we gather information, and we are sure, based on our investigation, and we were around the LMP headquarters today. Some of the guys were free, particularly 40N. Massacre was free, and other young people. But we need to have a clear understanding as to whether everybody is out. Because we can't leave the thing halfway. Everybody got to be OSA. Everybody must be OSA. So it can be, a few person being free. So we got to know for whether everybody OSA. When we sure about that, then we continue with cautioning the police in doing the needful by protecting our democracy. Because students will always rise. Students, greetings. How are you, Honorable Spokesperson LMP? By God's grace, I'm great. You are live on Freedom FM 87.9. I'm Junkies Morris.
You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't call me for any power of
The last time I called you on the platform, you said you are open at any time. We can call you.
Anytime does not mean you are power knowledge.
Sir.
I'm going to speak to anybody at any time, but you don't just take telephone to call me. Why you're going to call me my phone off or what have you? I'm on the street. I guess then I see that you think anything other
but honorable spokesman.
I'm almost home. I will call you back.
Yeah, honorable spokesman.
No, I'm not prepared right now to be.
But all the time you took, don't you think you will have clarified that for us quickly?
Can you allow me to go in and call you, please? This is a serious matter we're talking about. I'm in the traffic.
I wouldn't be on the air at the time, and the public needs clarity, Miss.
I cannot be driving and speak to you. My safety matters. Please.
That was a spokesperson of the Liberia National Police. You listen there. The LMP spokesperson, the man who is responsible to disseminate information coming from the LMP to the public, is telling me that I'm supposed to give him prior call before he can update me on any matter in regards to the police operation. It's why you're hearing on the radio. What is the big deal? You are a public servant. You are a public servant. Your duty to the people is to serve and protect. So let's face in reality now. All of you listen to the LMP spokesperson talking about not giving him prior call. Why, in case there is a situation taking place, probably at my residence, and I decide to call the LMP spokesperson to give him update in that direction. For instance, maybe I call the other people I can get today. Maybe he could be the best person to help me, since he's the spokesperson that convey message from here there. He just the messenger, so to speak. Then the spokesperson will tell me that 3% will die, 16% will die for it. We read letter, he approved the letter, send it to the RG before they can respond. You are servant of the public. You are the spokesperson of the Liberia National Police. That's why you have an official number that is a government number. And that number, Honorable Sam Collins, that number should be open at all times to the public. Particularly we that are supposed to give information to the public. I don't need special time to call you, Honorable. I don't think so. You are serving the public. If you want to be home, then you just be home. Honorable man, even 12 o'clock, you are the spokesperson of the police. You are supposed to answer call and respond in line with your duty and function. You are the spokesperson of the Liberia National Police. You are the spokesperson. I am not calling you because somebody offended me or somebody owe my money, so you must go arrest them or send people to arrest them. I am calling you on national issue. Honorable, you spoke on the phone for more than a minute. That simple question would have been answered. Besides, you would have packed properly and respond. The fact that you answer the call and even talk to me for more than 1 minute, you've already violated. Let me quickly recognize our followings. Bacchus Glay, you call him Mr. Dishu. I'm on the air. Don't call my line. I'm on the air until I'm taking calls. Maybe you have something to say until I'm taking calls. Bacchus Glay, good evening, and I'm watching you live from EWA Junction, Vinicius Junior Bar. I'm following Saturday Zonwe Wondure, watching from Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Jeremiah Weah, let's say Kobe Widow. I'm following from Kakata, Magibi County. Jeremiah Weah, my chairman. I'm watching live from Fendel, Kai's Town community. Long time, Chief. Yeah, I'm doing great, Obu. How you coming on? Honorable Thomas N. Sabo, I'm watching from the Office Concerned Citizens for Justice, Beniki Togba. This is Nangbe Beniki Togba watching from the township of Caldwell, Mosrado County, Stanley Boso. A very pleasant greetings to the peace-loving citizens of Mama Liberia watching live from our residence in Congress City. I'm Stanley Boso. Junkies Morris, we are getting there. Just a matter of time. President Weah is coming back to face the mess caused by UPIC's rescue puppies. Honorable Papi Success Keita, good evening, Freedom FM 87.9 TV from Dupo Road, Kingston, Jesse Wale from Brovis City, Plonko, Asata M. Miller is following from Soul Clinic, Tolo Buwai is saying amen, amen, show. Masale S. Ibrahim from Kinjor, Cape Mount, Philip B. Flomo, Nima County is following. Masale S. Ibrahim again. Okay, Masale, yes, you from B. Martin is recognized and is clear. Abraham, bro, what's up, my brother? How is the United States of America? He says, good evening, Junkies Morris, the Freedom Hard Talk, and my fellow viewers. As always, I'm watching from Minnesota, or Minneapolis, the United States of America, on this Wednesday, April 15, 2026 edition. Gerald Tamba Morris Jr., top firing. I know, Gerald. Mali Gadier, good evening, Abraham. No, I'm Junkies Morris. This is Junkies Morris, the boy from GBO, Plibo Solokan District. She following from Habel Hill to Jokoro. Okay, Fomba Kandaka Oni. Yes. Good afternoon. Okay. Juju one way I'm following. Yeah, my bro. Today while speaking to reporters at the Capitol building, representing Yeke Koluba called him Gregor Lane Como. What? My bro, maybe you call into, maybe you got detail of that. I didn't get detail of it. Maybe my bro call into get detail. Go and just saying on our last stream. Okay, Peter Lane, Gawo, Rabos is following. Agatha, Glasgow, Chris Massacre. Thank you. Yes, Chris Massacre. Not Clarence, but Chris Massacre. Yeah. What? I don't worry, forget what you want. Say a conversation with records, but the other one, but Vittorio Ade, Edward Massacre. No, Chris Massacre, not Edward. Chris Massacre. Vittorio Ade, Agatha, Glasgow, get it. Chris Massacre. Desire Marvelous Fire. I'm watching from Upper Caldwell Redemption Committee. Fede B. Flomosao, Fede B. Flomo, His Excellency Dr. George Manese Kosi. We are. Oh man, Phil L. Morris. How are you, Mama? She said, hello, Morris. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, I'm great, man, Phil Morris. Even though I'm faced with, I would say, internal stress. Howbeit, let me just let it out to the public. I lost my two aunts in a week interval. One passed from OH in Maryland. That's my mother, eldest sister. And the one that she's next to is also dead. She just passed. So I try controlling all of this. I want to tell my man Boaka and Jeremiah Kun and Gregory Kumon. I ain't been there firing. You know, I'm always firing, boo. So now because people died a while, all of us would die. It's saddening. It's something that I feel bad about. I'm stressed a bit that I'm unable to get to them immediately with this kind of situation, but that's life. Life goes on. Life goes on. We will have to fight for this country to make sure that this place is a better place. If there was old folks home, the one that died in Harper, at JJ Dawson Hospital wouldn't have died uh, like that because she was not too old. She did not even reach 80 years. She was going to her 80. But because, the system architecture is poor, so, people get older faster. And if there was proper healthcare system in the country, the one that died from breast cancer wouldn't have died because she would have been taken care of. Because even though we are not with finance as a family, but I want to believe we get money, we know people, other people would have helped for her to be taken care of. She was carried to Ghana. The people tried their best. She came back and the team resuscitated and to no avail in terms of proper treatment. And she had to meet her early demise. Howbeit, life goes on. So I say sorry to myself, to all of you, Manfield Morris, all of you, Mom, Sarah Tule, that were very quick in sympathy with me. I say thanks there for watching my back. To you, Mariah Kuhn from Plebo, Maryland County, Robert Weir, Lucinda Bender, all of you, Valerie Brown, Lydia Wisse, Lawrence Moba, CEO Ricky the Boss, James Potter, Dr. P, all of you that expressed and extended your condolences. I appreciate you. I say, let God bless you. Because death is like boomerang. It just goes around and comes back. So all of us will taste it, and that's the way it is. So that's life. We'll move on. So Emmanuel bro, okay, Amos K Nyilate. He says, good evening, Mr. Morris. I'm Reverend Amos K. United, following you from Doortown, Lower Makibi County. GMB want to destroy Library before 2029 election. But I love, baby. Yeah, my favorite Morris. You say, I know, right, Morris? In my bro, after criminal president, GMB said that if he was cheated in the 2023 presidential election, then Labrador would have finished. Ex-President George Weah said, under my leadership, there will be no checkpoints in this country. Yeah, sure. But that rebel area, they played at Somalia, where despots will be creating checkpoints all around a place as if we are running a police state or a gangster paradise. So you think people will sit idly to watch these reckless and misguided actions continue to perpetrate against the Liberian people? We will not allow that. We'll keep speaking and we'll create a platform and avenue for our people to speak so that this country can be a better place. Under my leadership, there will be no checkpoints in the country. Ex-President Weah, he spoke in response to the opposition president candidate at that time, Jose Newman Boaka. The press should not call you Mr. Novice spokesman. LMP spokesman Sam Collins. the man talking with me almost 2 minutes. We are finishing. I'm the color. You're talking with me almost 2 minutes. Then the man say, "I'm driving." That the whole place now the man's politics. I say driving. You say driving. You can't say driving. You say driving and his body whole thing. Because you are the spokesperson of LMP. God. Yeah, supposed. And then you say you're driving your own phone with me. That violation. So to show you that there are issues. Yeah. They did funny. And the other guy said the spokesman sounds. No, I beg you. I beg you. That feels sorry for the spokesman. Otaka Kahu. They can't get people laugh. Yo. Because I on when you calling me.
Eh?
I only air and you calling me. So say what you want to say now.
Sorry, 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 sorry.
Yeah. Otaka Kahu, good evening, and I'm watching live from my residence in Maryland, USA. Samuel Hine Jr., good evening. I'm watching live from Wiyala, Maikibi County, Asada and Middle. His slave master did. Oh, okay. Let's say his slave master told him not to answer your call. These ungrateful Sanaman Swan then feel this country is for their power and for them. And my fun. Okay, that was Asada and Middle. Rich Alfred F. John. I'm Rich Alfred F. John from Keba. Mailu Fofana is following from 20th Street. Dainle D. Luogon is following live from Cardwell, Samuka Town, Peace Community. Wele Wia is following from Dupont Road, White House. And Sarah Tule, Ma Sarah Tule, welcome. Welcome to the program. Morris, my deepest condolences to you and the family, Morris. Thank you, Mama. Thanks for always being there to counsel and encourage me. I appreciate that, you and Master Tule. God will bless you. Imaya bro, once again, please accept my deepest condolences for your loss. Jay Aloysius Flomo, please help with nice bet link. My man. Maybe you can see I can be dodging the Gerald, that thing. I don't play gambles, so I don't. Nice bet. Where play nice bet coming from? JR Losses Flomo. Hey, leave me with it. Betting LinkedIn. Yeah, Alosha Flomo. We own serious national issues. We are not discussing lottery. You thinking say when you're going to get jobs? When Bwaka was not going to be running behind students from UL campus, chasing after representing Yeke Koruba to impeach him. You think say you be talking about asking for bet link to be betting? Well, their children unborn children will be led to slavery. Charles Sonkali, I'm watching from Vonjema, Lofa County, and Joe Rauzau is watching me from Brass 058 community. He's the chairman there. Herring Koibe Dishi is watching me from Bartnersville, I think Bartnersville, Keba. That's a Bartnersville Township. You got Keba, I know the special area now. George Vlenet there, US is watching from Front Street, Egna Hawakui. Egna Hawakui is watching me live from Water Street. Rita Swen Johnson is watching from West Point. James Potter, Dara P is watching me there. From Lomaya, James Potter, Dara P is watching me. And Lawrence Morba, CEO Ricky, the boss is watching. Mariah Kuhn, Mariah from Plibo Sorokan District is watching. Robert Weir, Lucina Benda, Valarin Brown, Lydia Wisse, and the birthday guys are watching. Thanks for following. Miss Hawakone, you'll be celebrating your birthday on tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Miss Hawakone, April 16th is your birthday, and you will be celebrating your birthday. Miss Nora Crawford will be celebrating her birthday on day after tomorrow, the 17th. I know what I'll be invited to that birthday program after the Planet Talking during the week. Miss Rita Fit will be celebrating on May 23rd. Miss Aminata Williams is May 10th. Little Alexandra Herentius Dishu is May 1st. And my own boy, Jason Joseph Wisdom Nemo Morris, will be May 28th. So all the people celebrating while we are mourning, and let us be happy. And with that, we can make Liberia a better place. We gotta be the ones that will be forced to enjoy the fruit of efforts being made for the place to change. The people then were coming to enjoy it, and they will remember, oh yeah, that's the reason why we are here. Honorable Koluba is off, so we will not take Honorable Koluba on the line, but we, since the LMP man can tell me, we're going with our guys. I will call, I don't know, not the chairman of STAN, Honorable Moba Molu, but this is to clarify what's happening with them, because it's important for the massacre to know as to whether for the massacre is freed, and all of the other commissars and comrades are out safe, sound, and in peace. It's important to know that, because yesterday we hosted the party chairman, CDC, Honorable Augusto Jangako here, and he spoke lengthily on that. He was very hard on it in terms of protecting the civil rights of students. So let me see, maybe Chairman Mobake Molu could help in this direction, because it's just any LMP spokesperson cannot clarify this, just for clarity as to whether our boys are sound and safe. LMP, I say, man, living on the living on the getting blouses, Jack, the other girls you are fainting. I can play a video for you so you'll see it. The other girl fainting. And that lady that fainted, she's Hawa. She's from a community, one of the strong young ladies. Very potent. And the sad part about it, when I saw the video, that the whole laughter started. That the first place my stress started being, cancer. Yeah, because I would say cancer. Yes, the fact that we see somebody who was in the vanguard and considers themselves to be a UPist is now disenchanted. Is now disenchanted and going to protest along with Supist, and was caught up between the protesters and the police. She fainted. That video you see trending on the social media, that fainted. Honey, she from a community from street. Yeah. In fact, she was the nominated director of the community for audits. So I know her well. A unity partisan protesting against the unity party. What's going on? I need response in regards to the safety of these people. Chairman, you can pick up your call, kindly text me. Let me know when everybody is okay. When everybody is okay, then we move on. Even though that reckless action by Gregory Como on yesterday should never be repeated. This dispensation will never accept and allow Gregory Como to proceed in that way anymore. He will be met with stiff resistance, because we will rally the support of the majority of our people to make sure that we stem and nip in the bud these autocratic and kleptocratic totalitarian tendency that are being perpetrated against the Liberian people by Joe Boaka, Chu Gregory Como, and other surrogates. So, the government under Joe Boakai should understand that the civil rights of all citizens are not only guaranteed under our laws, but they are also guaranteed under those international agreements, conventions that we are party to, and even the men that created our God Almighty have endowed us with that endless right that no one can trample on. Just all we need to do is to balance our rights and responsibilities. That's why education is provided for intelligence and imagination to expand. Then you know that you got right as a citizen. That the reason why the year picking the students are soup, they understood the limits of their rights. They did not take arm. Neither did they take a machete. There was no knives. They were armless. They only had pens and papers, online sheets. They only had their book bags, their files. They had their cell phones. And above all, they had their intellectual calories that were embedded in them by the ever-potent Vanguard Student Unification Party, the odious mass-based student political movement on the continent of Africa. They only came to the fray with their pens and papers. They did not come with arms because there are people who read. The libraries are available at Fendel, at main campus, and other campuses. They are interchangeably used. So there are students that are learning. They are learning. The fact that they are learning, they will need to exercise what they are learning, provided they do not go against the laws of our country. And it was just what they were doing. So those girls that you were carrying with the bags on the back, you holding, you jacking them, or you naked people, women on those women you are carrying. God shouldn't say girls. Those women you are carrying. What thing was in their hand to harm anybody? Why were you carrying them with that kind of anger and aggression? Also, everybody must say that nobody must ask Mr. Boakai to do the right thing. The how you're thinking. Gregory Como. That you will be going after UL students, peaceably assembling, and you're going after them to kill them. The running helter scatter. Students who are armless. You stop your de facto prime minister power there. You carry to the legislature. For the sake of the public, I will read a verbatim Article 42 of the Liberian Constitution. You get talks. You got talks, gangsters, and hooligans hailing the NMP and thinking that when they are criticized, since indeed Honorable Korba, that female when they criticize, they can be pricked. Yeah, the females, when you criticize them, they are easily pricked. They can touch them, they can hear them. That the only people with me, I think I am considerate of, because it is usual, it is universal. It implies woman, female, could get fair, could take action, always angry, want to always fight back, wanting to always expand one topic until it generates several topics. So I know what Honorable Yaka Koruba taking Gregory Lane from, because If you will be behaving like a female, where you will be cutting off speech, you'll be going against people and trying to express vendetta. I know the time you are to NBC, the situation that took place between you and your honor man. I know that the anger stay in you, or what really going on for which you are so aggressive and so grossly ingrate to the extent that your disrespect will lead you to becoming one of the companion of Jenkins cat. Akeiko. Nobody will pity you here. You carry on ruthless act all around the place. Misguided proceedings. You acting like the country belongs to you. Nobody has a right to speak. So I want to tell you, Liberian, tonight, you'll be reminded, a lawmaker, go express himself. Let me read Article 42 for you. The reason why Honorable Yeke Koluba, me on this platform, I'm for Yeke Koluba, I ain't against Yeke Koluba. I'm for anybody, I ain't against anybody. I'm for Laburo. On this particular platform, Austin and I, the Austin Kawa Junkies Morris Freedom Hard Talk Show, 8 to 10 is for Liberia. So, Yeke like in found in Oakley, that's my business. The right thing should be done. Before I conclude on this Yeke issue and go to the lands, let me read Article 42 for you. No member of the Senate or House of Representatives shall be arrested, detained, prosecuted, or tried as a result of opinions expressed or votes cast in the exercise of the functions of his office. Members shall be privileged from arrest while attending, going to, or returning from sessions of the legislature, except for treason, felony, or breach of the peace. All official acts done or performed and all statements made in the chambers of the legislature shall be privileged, and no legislator shall be held accountable or punished thereof. Two things. Maybe other people may take other things from Article 42. I take from here that official statements made. Official statements, rather. Official statements. All official acts done or performed, and all statements made in the chambers of the legislature, all official. So the fact that he stay lawmaker for the 6 years, he's privileged to speak on behalf of the people. Even when people are dying, he get a right to say, President Joseph Boakai killing my people by starvation. That's that treason there. I'm saying it on the platform now. President Boakai is killing Liberians by starving Liberians. Liberians are dying from starvation. I was in the community. Unfortunately, I didn't have it. I could at least step in for a little time, maybe a few weeks, but it could not be sustained. It was not sustainable because I got my own responsibility at the time, very heavy too. You know, when you get job like that, the responsibility can be taken. So I needed to, show the two sides of my breast. But it was still not possible to sustain it because I will not leave mine to go take care of another person's. That a kid died in front of me in my community from starvation. That kid body was just dwindling, draining, and diminishing until that kid died from. I don't describe it as malnutrition. I describe that as being undernutritious. That one are malnutrition. That undernutrition. Die from hunger in Liberia, where Minister of Lands, Mines, and Energy, who even serve as Unity Party chairman, tell all oil in Liberia say we get more than $13 billion sitting down under the southeastern region in gold. We got trillions, more than $1.3 trillion of wealth there in Lofa County. Not talking about other parts of the country. That chairman stand there. Boakas, or a vice president who is inherently corrupt over the resuscitation of that facility that's supposed to bring into Liberia billions in revenue and royalties. Boaka plays Jeremiah Kun over again, who he used to be co-chair on Ways, Means, Finance, and is just oriented to thievery and placing over that particular entity that has to do with revamping the Tiamastan era there. This is the vicious cycle we are in. And you see somebody will sit down and they will not talk. And now the first thing I take from there, the second thing I take from there, members shall be privileged from arrest while attending, going to, or returning from sessions of the legislature, except for treason. In this case, it was the duty of the police director, since indeed in his mind he had already understood and rendered a decision that the statement coming from Representative Yeke Koluba was treasonous. It was only onus on Mr. Gregory Como to arrest, to charge and arrest, and prosecute. What the issue? The only thing here, when a man is going to session, returning from session, or attending session, don't arrest him. But with a man to a crib, you go, you arrest the man, no issue. The investigation will go on. Even though he has his own supporters that will be murmuring and grumbling around the place. But if the investigation unbiasedly concludes, everyone will know where the right belong and where the wrong belong. So, Gregory Common saying, you know your job at teaching you now. You're supposed to charge Representative Yeke Koluba and attach that charge to the communication you should have sent to the legislature through the office of the speaker. Let's wait. So it was going to be the platform on which, if at all, Article 44 would have been invoked by the legislature in terms of contempt of the legislature, that maybe the police director is troubling one of the legislature and impeding their function, then you would have relied on such documents that have already been presented to the speaker or the leadership through the speaker. Why Honorable Koluba is undergoing investigation. But he didn't do that. You threaten the legislature to you are simply saying the legislature, as the police director, I'm threatening you to expel Representative Yeke Koluba. That the kind of power that Gregory Como Ghana. So you'll sit down there. If a lawmaker cannot have the free chance to express himself because there is one puppet regime de facto speaker presiding over the House of Representatives, And you Liberians, you think that your rights, your civil rights are guaranteed? Is that what you are thinking? Liberians, and you will keep sitting idly and watching this Bwaka man mischievously leading our country into an obsessed pool, to the extent that gas price now is skyrocketing. The price of rice is already starting to fly. The missile that Iran firing from Iran instead to Israel. Everything going up. And yes, it's good for Liberians to be civil. I know your silence is not a carte blanche for Bwaka. I know you are just being civil and you are just observing limitations because the laws provide for a particular time to lead as president. So you know your time will come to make a choice. So you are silent, inobservant of your being tired of these kinds of thieves taking over the country after they were there 12 years and coming back to rally governors, their kleptocratic team, to steal away your future. I know you are angry. Your silence is not a consent. I'm aware. Your silence is only in observance of tranquility. Because without peace, there will be no way that the children will be you grieving. That someone they can irritate test because the school fee not correct. When the era is not peaceful, that children say you're not even be thinking on them before you're thinking about school. So I know those are the legitimate reasons why you are quiet, why you are meek and silent. It is not on the basis of cowardice, I'm aware. It is not on the basis of incompetence. I know that. The treacherous guy have already been exposed. The whole world can see now. The treacherous guy, they've been exposed and the whole world can see. So I know your patience is to observe the democratic tenets so that Liberia remain in that trajectory as a peaceful and safe nation. Because mind you, that's the leader we vote for now, so we got to bear with him until the time finish. We can't go in the bush and be drinking cola, say we can't tell somebody, hey, or tell the other person ear or the finger, no. So Bwaka, we are doing it intellectually now, and then what happened? You verse again. You want K40 massacre, you want the young people from your campus. What's going on, Mr. Bwaka? I thought the last time you said you would protect civil liberties within the country in regards to free speech, freedom of the press. Prophet Key still beyond bar. Prophet Key is still beyond bar. You are here. You got political prisoners, people who are perceived with our videotapes, with our camera showing them, and with our sufficient evidence being kept at a South Beach on pre-trial detention all the time. And it's alleged that those guys have been sodomized. It's alleged. So that the kind of thing, Gregory Coleman, that the kind of government you people decide to run, where you people will be grabbing journalists from on the radio, carrying them to where you want to carry them and do what you want to do to them. Then Liberians are sitting there because it happened to man and his son or her daughter. Nobody wants to know. Then they will say, oh, the year children and they high. And what are you going to protect for? Hey, Benny, you send them to school. Their minds are opening. They understand what it takes to be a citizen, their rights and their responsibilities. They understand the difference now. That's why they are fighting for you. You can't fight for yourself. Why you send them to school? So don't condemn them. Their voices are the voices that the international community can bring sanction, for which few pieces of sanction coming in few days. That those voices the people can hear, then they calm down, the international community calm down. How on our government, then our government, at least they can be trimming. But we ourselves, we ought to make them trim unless we stand up in our numbers. When the whole world see the numbers plenty, it gotta be violence just to stand up that we disagree with this. That's all. That's what the people can do all around the world. But our Gregory Coleman enforcing violence in protestation here. So you calling for Yeke Koluba to be expelled, and lawmakers are indulging your call for the expulsion of Representative Yeke Koluba. Very good precedents for your the kleptocrats. At the same time, our young people who are calling for good governance, you are going after them. What I promise for the sake of Liberians, let me quickly play this video. Let me quickly play this video for you. Those of you watching live, those of you viewing, you see the police action. Okay, now how are you? How are from Front Street? My little sister. Baga won't be all. Baga, you feel my family.
We were born for our rights. This is just the beginning.
You see the police? You see the police? See again. See one more time. See one more time before we go to the lounge.
Keep on job and justice. We keep on job and justice. We keep on
job and justice. Job and justice. That's all. JJ. Job and justice. That's all. No harm.
We were born for our rights. This is just the beginning.
Job and justice. That baka for you. Call me on 0776 104 104 0886 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104. Our diaspora callers. You can call and you will be live on the program. Welcome. 30 seconds, no time. Quickly, I want to take more calls.
Yeah, thank you very much. My brother, that is, see, so I just waiting in the video channel before I start calling. My brother, yesterday the people there for check, nobody beat there, nobody went to call there. See how they hold our daughter, see how they pay our children there. But as he said, I was saddened, waiting for 2029. My brother will hold our pay. They can't stand in a people in the nation. Come 2029, decide 2029, Waka again. They will never be elected. They will not be elected in the country no more again. Nepal will have people here. Nepal they will start running to their people. They bring that pity our children. Come to now. We will take the council and the rebel deal. They call that pity our children. Or they will chase them out of the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll leave it there and take this call online too. Hello. I see Bobby Jaidia, welcome. Doris Kai asking what's happening to Kings FM. Hey, upgrades, and just upgrades. Uh, a young man, there's a young lady. I know that young lady, or she's on our live stream. You see what we say about the Unity Party and insulting me. Yeah, insulting me using profanity. A lady, she's Marie Zuba. So the whole world can see. That's for the whole world to see. She's insulting me. I think you guys are reading the comments.
Hello?
Greetings. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, my brother, for this good information. You know, my only appeal to you now is to all the radio stations when they give the analysis to just close up, because if you say you should call and explain, nothing can come from other day. Nothing can add on it. The only help you're giving us, when you're finish giving all the information that is sufficient. Because when we call, they're not making no impact. The people decide to destroy the country. Number one, what happened to the rich speaker? About the woman's cannon that was behind him. Everything died down.
It died down.
All the things that are happening, the other body rape, they died down.
Yeah, the kid that was being sodomized and raped.
Yeah. Nothing coming from our head. So, you know, the talking can maybe sometimes.
Yeah, but we gotta keep talking because life goes on. Yeah, you have a voice. The sad part about it, the time that your voice sounds louder is once in a while, and the time is too long. The duration is so long that it can be painful. Howbeit, patience is the virtue of life. In the words of former president, and there's a need that we all exert patience so that with tranquility and peace, we can build our country and develop it for prosperity.
Thank you, brother. The way being helpful because
Yeah,
the
sure.
ambassador that was coming on, they're not speaking nothing.
Yeah, the PR session for the Unity Party at the time. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for your call. Let's take this call. I don't know whether you want to be live. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, my dear brother, Honorable Sanquan Morris.
Oh, good evening. Is this Mr. Herring Kobedishi?
You are exact, bro.
Go ahead.
Well, I would just want to link in with this. Those are many cryptocrats that are within the system for now.
Mm-hmm.
So you will always find the system becoming polluted when there are lack of unprofessional men and women, so-called because of solemnizing, to obtain positions within this identical government. So we don't go too far. That is the reason why I don't like to talk on radio, because the country has gone to an extent that we must all be security for ourselves.
Yeah.
We are ongoing by insecurity. There is no security provided for the citizens of this republic.
Yeah.
Because look at when group of people that is identified as supers running behind them, you claim to see that you are arresting protesters.
Yeah.
Would it be the cause of you going along the way and just, I don't know, marginalizing other people, a lot of people? Because you do not know who you are chasing after.
Yeah.
They are confused. So the common man, thank God his father served in this country before, back in the days. What was the sources that they brought to this country? It's the same thing that's still continuing. We do not even know. Thank you, brother.
Okay.
May God be with our country. Let us at least to de-metamorphose where we are today. Thank you.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you. Thank you for your call. That was Heron Dishil. This caller online full. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and you joining me from where?
Yeah, calling Idol Community, my best.
Yeah, my Bessie. Welcome, my Bessie.
Yeah, everybody.
For you. Abiyo Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We are commencé the quarter for a while. So, what made that? When it do what? So the second go offer a good protest. I thought I would get see. Then the other says, what happened? The thing in a man that is saying, but every more big with protest. No put tear gas. No put tear gas. See where, no put tear gas. And I said, I want your boy, not this to this young man. Well, what I said, I see you, but I don't know what put yesterday, I see you. The three guys go there. See what I'm walking there. They get all there, answer and put tear gas. They will come out, the police want them for freedom. That is walking away. So we see them.
Okay.
Everything, I get any. Taking my son.
Okay, my Bessie. Thanks there for calling. That was my Bessie from Doe Community. This caller online 3. Hello.
Yeah, sorry. Good evening, Morris.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you. This is Hussein.
Oh, Hussein Kyo.
Yes.
Are you following the live?
No, I'm not following. I'm following by radio.
Oh, wow. One Mary Zuba is here, from your political institution is insulting. I don't think you are aware of that. So I thought to abreast you with that because you are now following live.
No, I'm not following. But anybody, whether from the ruling establishment or opposition, would make believe on a platform. For me, I don't think it's necessary. You can agree and disagree on fundamental issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's a good one that we put it in check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not supporting anybody who insult on the platform.
Go ahead, Hussein.
Yeah, so moving forward, look, I love, one thing I'm really admiring about the conversation, more especially the show of recent. You always citing constitutional provisions, and that is what I love so much. Look, the pastor of our constitution were very sensitive enough to understand that we've had some of these issues are falling in the country. The 15 and 17 of the Liberian Constitution want to talk about freedom of assembly and freedom of speech. Everything comes with its own responsibilities. You are aware, Maurice, that you can freely speak, but your speech should not injure somebody on character. You can freely move, but your movement cannot impede somebody other free movement. Look, the University of Liberia, I know you've been a student in student politics. When you study the posture of those guys on the campuses of the university, it does not even represent student policy.
So how did you digest working with them at the time when you were in collaboration as a political party with the student groupings from the campus there?
So what we did, we were more responsible. We were more responsible in engaging on national issues. We were writing, we were crafting policy, we were suggesting to national government. We were not coming to speak to impede other people's rights. No. And what made that protest, to be honest with you, what made that protest more chaotic and disgruntled was because the CDC COP joined those guys to carry on those kind of misbehavior.
The fact that you are mentioning the CDC, the only reason why it went chaotic, the CDC COP joined the guys, it means that you are biased. It means that you are prejudicial, and your prejudice is pervasive.
No, so you observe different protests on Sundays and the first. The one is staged at LFA office, right? The against Mustafa Raji.
It was brutal. It was violent.
But it was also endorsed by the CDC COP. All of those protests, you, my man, I know you follow records. All of those ones that were very staged by SOOP, right? No, I mean, that were staged by SOOP themselves with no interference in a political party or authorities, and just compared to the CDC COP endorsing the protest for SOOP. Just compare it, and then you know what I'm saying?
Hussein, I think listen. I see you, Hussein. Listen. The fight out. Yeah.
Anyway, to end, God will come on.
Yeah.
You know, we young people, we got the right to protest and peacefully assemble. But we should be cognizant of the fact that the right to God has limitations. It comes with responsibility. But I'm not suggesting to you or on this platform that people should not protest. The police, the government is under the obligation, the constitutional mandate to protect protesters who be protesters. They are under that obligation.
Okay.
So this is why the government says you should write the Ministry of Justice to provide you security and guidance when you want to protest. You understand?
Okay, Hussein. Okay.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow, Hussein. Thank you for your view. Okay. Yeah. Good. Greetings.
Good evening to all these lovely Liberians who are in tune this time. For the record, this is Consel.
Oh, God, what's up?
Thank you. I lost your number. Please text your number to me later.
Okay, God.
You know, for what is trending at the house, some people are taking it with how you call it, joy.
Hold on.
But it is a very bad precedence. And I like to remind the electorates, we are the employees, the employers of those people sitting up Capitol Hill. Junkies, please let me ask you a question.
I'm listening.
When your employee ill-informed or does that perform to your wins or your expectation, what do you do with them?
You reprimand either by suspension or maybe you can sack.
Thank you. We employ those people sitting up on the hill. They do not account to us as their bosses. Yet still they do things that tend to hide us as a people. I'm sending this message to those level-headed electors that are listening today. What they are trying to do to Representative Koluba, in as much as I'm not one of his fans, is an indication that we are able to do it to them.
Mm-hmm.
The Constitution gave us the leverage. We can, so let's say 10,000 signatures.
Thank you.
To put any one of them up. If anybody refuses, we can keep that house on a hostage until they do our biddings.
The thing is, yes. So we can take it from that level. We can take it from that level. God's help.
We can use our power as enshrined in the Constitution to deal with those people who are ill representing us.
Sure. Because I didn't start it. So the law is precedence. Yeah, the law is precedent. So the fact that they will set such precedent will go by it.
What did Representative Koluba do so much compared to comment
that he made when we was president?
Even for the president office, Kula Fofana on social media.
But Gus,
how do you juxtapose him?
Gus,
somebody that what Representative Koluba said was greater than what Kula or even Little Black said.
So Gus,
Black's comment,
yeah,
was one that could lead to war if the Guineans had taken it serious. But stating that they will be to the border and he will be in Guinea or Conakry. Is that not a comment that could precipitate war? We should stop this kind of foolishness. We pay up people good money. Yeah, the president called him for change their setting and nobody showing up. Harley.
The manager wanted Pecono and Gus.
Work 2 days a week. For 6 months and can perform the people's business. And we're still keeping them there. Let's use the people power. This is a wake-up call to our level-headed electors around the country. Whether you for UP or whatsoever party, if you can think like Liberia, as they say in their how you call it, their slogan, then we should how you call it or start using our people's power to deal with them.
Okay, thank you, Dad. Thank you, Gus. I will get to you. This caller. Hello. Yeah. EKC.
Hey, how are you?
By God's grace, go ahead.
So, I'm the visually impaired that pushing for the return of President. We are a proud member of Concern Liberian for Justice. You know, so that is why we have always said that if you have a premeditated action, that is how you do it. So the brother from the Unity Party is justifying the mayhem that was perpetrated against our citizens yesterday by saying because CDC COP was associated with the protest, that one make it to turn bloody. So the question we asking, the one that took place at King George, where they were discussing, oh, that 2% died, that 3% died, that 3% died, was it endorsed by CDC COP? You don't do that. The thing about supporting party to the detriment of your country, and it'll stop. When you see the truth, you say it. The police, this police IG, it's a terrible situation. But when they are defending this kind of thing, it's good because it is up there. You know, the information is up there. The kind of video are up there. International community are seeing it. If they will bring their investor in the country, who are come in the country to make sure the country move forward. So that action yesterday by the police, we condemn it. It was not called for. And we don't know whether the guys arrested are now released or they are still in detention. And we are calling on them to let those people go. Because you lied to them yesterday, you lied to us. That when you come to power, you're going to get joy. You're going to make sure that all of the NGOs that left the country, all of those NGOs are going to return. But here we are not having them. You promised modernization, you failed to do so. Look, quickly to Yeke, look, the Yeke issue, the Liberian people need to wake up. We allowed this thing to go on the last time when Fonati saga was going on. And right now, as we speak, most of our representatives from our party, they are not functioning the right way. And we are still allowing it to happen. And you say that you allow these guys chasing your representative from your district out, and then you read that in District 10, allowing it to happen? No, it's not supposed to happen so. So like I was saying on the platform, I think we'll be calling on our very lawmaker gonna get resign from Bogako, because this is not our government. Because you are there as a representative to function for your district. Yeah, the county. But if you be there, you are not functioning. Where is the need of you being there? 20, 30, 35 representatives just get together as once and just tell the government that if you don't do X, Y, Z, all will resign and just leave you alone. And then you go ahead, you resign. When you resign, you know what you have done to the government? 30% or 35 representatives resigning for the government. When are they going to raise money to conduct election to make sure all of those guys are filled? So I think these are some of the decisions that we need to take so that Bwaka can know that men are here. We can't be sitting here and lie everything to just go because you are there resigning. You're not functioning. You're not functioning. So when are you being there? Resign. So that Bwaka can run his country, because this is not government now we're running here. So thank you, man.
Thank you, Edmond. Thank you. I'll leave you there, Edmond, and squeeze in. There are 3 more calls. Then I'll call it a day. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
By God's grace, I'm great, the general. Man Sisi.
How you doing,
Fine, Mama. Fine.
This is my city. I'm calling for Flower Town this.
Go ahead, man, Sisi.
Thank you. So I want to ask your boosting skills. That COPK Joshua. Then you want to say it that way. That COPK Joshua. That is the COPK Joshua or as you call it Joshua. That is the COPK people in the back country or the first country. That is the COPK. Now that people there in the first country with the auto. Just say by him. All for as you to say that is the COPK there. People want and point the national commission there. I want to ask a question to who take care of. Then respond to me. What if it's me today? I don't follow that. This is COP one president. In the cartel. Mama Diki offer who won there. Like this two boy won there. What you're saying is you go protest and give we are government. And still be one and turn for office. Then you can respond to my city tonight. What upon that? Then you can respond and say yes. That I put it on and I can't put the country. Who know about violence? Nothing to be violent, but you don't find as a protest to violence in the subject. So it's helpful that I read your tweet. So thank you, Jockey. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man, Sisi. Thank you, the general. I'll squeeze in these last two calls. The line. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, man, Beno.
You know, Liberia now, we're sorry for Liberia because we are living in Liberia. We just have to anchor to give us security. Because we get no law and honor for we the poor. We not get justice for poor. That the only leading government get justice. Can you imagine the police? You go see among you will see more many freedom people among you than treating all of this. Our own citizens.
Oh, you are alleging that foreigners are in the police?
Yes. Someone from protest many times we see them. And last time someone said, someone in a Fulani. I was joking and said, Otto, so when you go and they do someone thing, I know one more you want for protest when you see somebody who all over Labrador flare. The man they know leave come out from West Point. I want if on the police the generally say don't be running, I will keep putting your own table, let be going. I will own table that. Now me.
Okay, my Beno.
The particular government is suffering.
Okay.
We are not know what to do now. We are just talking to international community. Let it work and come to our age. It's not easy. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll leave it there and squeeze in this last caller. Then I can call it a night on the program. Yeah, go ahead.
Not for you eliminated by the same people. What happened to our brother, our heart when he so police people to be put there, you know our brother they bought advocating for everyone all are suffering. But we are starting from West Ghetto. So we so careful with dating you. Don't control the head in our house. Because we see the two Bible, they reckless for nothing government. They only keep to kill people. They only keep to be pointing all the big government officials to be killing it. That's what they keep in power for. Yeah? Sometimes our heart, when you pray, respect yourself, we take care of you. You will let someone do something to you. You want to hear your heart. And our heart, when our brother is in jail today, because of us, they advocating for the police, advocating for the citizen. Then you talking about without your work. But in this city, people who America see you when you are suffering. When you careful, respect yourself. You don't get anything to go on the show. Just stay away from it. Because when you're practicing away, pointing someone joining you down, you don't do that no sense. You can't open out your work there. There must be a fight in your life. And next time, the people will protest. You talk together with your body. You will forever regret it. Bye-bye.
Thank you. This caller from overseas, John Colley or Joseph Colley.
Yeah, how you doing, Brother Morris? This is Joseph Colley calling from New York.
Welcome,
You know the
Jojo.
part about it, Yeah, it's very unfortunate. You know, we got our young kids that are growing up since, we look at them to be level-headed because they're going to school to make a difference. But a fool like Hussein Carroll, a floating clown like that could come on air to justify the kind of unreasonable thing that is unfolding. Where was he the last time when our protests were here? One behind the police, other people were there stoning people from across the police. Where was he? That the justice he's talking about? These are a bunch of clowns, that just over there to pollute the system. But look, let me tell you, little boy, look, government will be gone. Government come and go, but you will be there with the Liberian people, and you will be able to justify that in your community and in other places. Because when you got some bunch of fool who went to say representative went over there to the Lufa thing and went and stood on the side, remembering the time they were in elementary school to come start singing some kind of the more we are together, the happier we be, and exploiting the Liberian people, their fun. 200,000. Can you imagine that? When you don't even have children going to school, sitting down on bench, you don't have supplies for students. Students are not going to school. These are the kind of things you're doing, and you say things are looking right. But it's just unfortunate. Well, son, you there. You think you learn. There are other people that are learning than you. Tomorrow when they come, the place you'll find yourself, you will know how things will be like. So when you see things, you better be quiet if you can help the other people. There are people that are languishing behind bar there. That the justice that you're talking about, people languishing behind bar when they talk about our capital here or burning. Or there were protesters that went over there, you just go grab people and put them behind bar, doing this selective justice that, the person, we didn't put them behind bar because the person is a woman and we didn't have space. That's how you run government. What kind of craziness is that? But it's unfortunate. Hey, brother, if you feel it's better, the next government vote for them. But one good thing, what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. Tomorrow it will be in your case. And you will stand on the side and you start talking. Let's see who will listen to you. God bless you, brother. Take good care.
Thank you, Dad.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands.
And so,
Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up.
Gerald Morris is on my back again. He ain't just on my back. He's on my matter. You know that the overseas corner. I will be here tomorrow on the weekend's edition of the program Freedom Hard Talk on Freedom FM 87.9. It was great having you. Those that followed, those that tried calling, those that called and were successful, those that sat and just listened. Welcome. Keep following us. Thanks for following. I want to say bye-bye. I will see you tomorrow. The same time, the same station, 87.9 Freedom Communications Incorporated. Good night. Bye-bye. My name is Junkies Morris. Good night.
The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you speak? Why can't